Hey, part two. You're getting Chili's? I used to get Chili's when I was in Venice. It's pretty good for the price. I mean, you're not getting like a gourmet dinner, but you're getting a lot of food. The problem with Chili's in the Cape is it's a little bit out of the way. I don't know if there's a second one in the Cape, but there isn't one like on the way to the house. What's going on here? There's like the internet lately, but nice. I didn't know that many. I mean, I've had a couple orders to the Czech Republic, but yeah, and it's been going out where it shouldn't be going out. It's just odd. Verizon's almost, I don't know. Lately, the internet for Verizon's been kind of crappy. There's a chance that Ashley might call me, so it'll pause, but that's what happened when I was in Northport, so. Oh, no, I didn't see that. No, I'm probably going to get Pollo, even though I'm like kind of pissed off at them, but it's healthier. I had Culver's on Saturday night, so yeah, I'm not getting the pork. I used to get it a lot, and then one, it's not that good for you. And the last time I got it, like they just, I don't know, they messed up. But that's not good because Castro's Revenge. I've been getting their chicken lately. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock, I have a 90-minute massage that I got Ashley and I for Valentine's Day. A couples thing. It's like here. Go to church. Oh, hey, Bob. As we get in. Oh wow, you fractured a vertebrae? That sounds really effing painful. Wow. Yeah, I hope that. Did you fall or did you pick up something up that was really heavy? Oh, I'm being boxed in by Hyundai Sonatas. This is cool. Come on, people. The speed limit's 55 and you're not doing it. I've used some weeks of like high speed, and then if there's a lot of being used, I can like push down the queue, so I only get like 600 megs, which is like. Whenever I get in an elevator, I think about your job, man. I don't really get in elevators that often, though. There aren't a whole lot of buildings that require elevators around here. What's the highest floor you've been on? Man. A lot. Yeah, that was a little bit odd. Ashley showed it to me, and I just saw a picture of a bearded man. And I couldn't click on it at first. Oh, you've been up to 110? Wow. Hey, GD Garden, what's going on? Sorry, we're in a situation where no one wants to go more than 3 miles over the speed limit, so we're all boxed in. Maybe I'm just a little bit impatient. Jesus, I would want to look down that. That would definitely give me vertigo for sure. Gotta find a way around this. Come on, people. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to figure out a way. I've been up to the 101st floor of the World Trade Center, the windows of the world, before, obviously it fell. You guys are probably too young for that. Come on, people. Jesus, come on. I just need to get past one more car. Please tell me that person's going to speed up. Nope. It's just so ridiculous. Let's just see how well this thing handles. Give me a sec, guys. Oh, now everybody's doing 65, 70. Oh, now you do. It's like they get angry that people are passing them. Like, oh, I'm going to do 50, but if you're going to pass me, I'll do 70. And I'm not even going to stay in the lane. Oh, now we're not even doing the speed limit again. Everyone's slowed down. Come on, people. This is so annoying. Now that I can pay attention. Yeah. That's true. In the Keys, it's brutal because the speed limits are like 35, 40. It used to be a Walgreens, now it's a Save-A-Lot, which is a weird market to put there. Yeah, see, my experience for people in Virginia and Louisiana seem to be some of the nicest drivers, but people in Virginia can drive slow. People are so nice to let people in Virginia and Louisiana. I've accidentally cut someone off, and or people will just move over if they're going slow. But here, it's just they just have no idea what's going on. They think they're entitled to do 5 under in the fast lane, the passing lane. it's like an ego thing. I don't care if people want to pass me. They want to do 80 miles an hour on this road. They can go ahead and do that. I actually prefer that they do, because then whoever that is going to get pulled over first. So I'm just going to chalk up his slowness to the fact that car probably doesn't go very fast. Drive to Key West, it's a long one. I mean, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, that's for sure. No pun intended. It used to be a budget inn. It has this that hotel back there. There's a big teddy bear there too. But yeah, sorry James, I didn't get back to you. We were out for Ashley's birthday, and I know you messaged me, and I just get a lot of. The thing is I get a lot of people that they message me and they want to talk about stuff that normally I'd only talk about. Like, there are people who grow palms like for profit, and they want me to give them information that like a consult, but they don't understand like that's what I do. Like, I don't do it for free, sort of thing. And no one here has done that, but there's people who will just call me up and talk to me for an hour about what they want to do. And at first when I was a little bit younger, I would entertain it, because people buy a lot of stuff from me, then I also will do that for them. But people who just want to ask me a million questions, that's what I did a live stream for. That's why I encourage people to go on a live stream. If they want to ask a question about something, that's what I'm here for. It keeps me busy and entertained while I'm driving through this mess of a road. It just never ends. The best way to germinate MGD is to give them a lot of heat and a decent draining mix. You can use any mix, but a lot of heat is key. Oh fuck. This guy's I can just tell that this is probably the best lane to be in. What ends up happening is the slow lane ends up being the lane everyone tries to get around in. Okay. Your teddy bear got. Oh no, I'm sorry. Give me a second, Zach. I need to. 20-foot needles? I've never heard of that before. That's quite a tall plant, and the tallest needle I've seen is probably about 10 to 12 feet, and that thing was ancient. People, Dodge Stratus, the icon of reliability. Is that a Kia Cadenza? That's a Lexus. Trying to get myself, once I get out of the erratic traffic, I can be a little more. Yeah, combo. I mean, really anything is fine. I mean, I actually managed to make some sable seeds rot, but I put them right over the roof overhang in the summertime, and they were just getting swamped out every single day. I mean, they're basically underwater all the time. So, and a heavy mix. Yeah, if you want to wash these. Yeah, they are just basically lightning poles after a certain height. Go to downtown Venice, you can see where that's happened. Yeah, they're shockingly cool. They're probably the most cool, tolerant, tropical looking palm there is. All the Arcana. They are very popular in California. I've got some Cunningham Anna if you want some. Copernicia grow in Corpus Christi. Along the beach probably would be okay. That's like a 9A to 9B climate. I think Macroglossa and Rigida would do okay. Rigida seems to be very cold tolerant. Baileys, like the more open ones like Baileys and Falence. Alba and Prenifera will grow there, the South American ones. The best of the whole. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you did. I don't. The thing is, because you post on Facebook as another name, I forget that it's you. The best of the whole species. What do you mean? As far as the Cunninghamiana being the most cold tolerant? Yeah, there's a guy who is a viewer of the vlog, and he left out some Beccariophoenix in pots, but the pots froze solid, and most of the spears pulled. All the ones in the ground were okay. Oh, I got the 3-lane box. Oh, I am kind of. I need to get a radar detector so I know when I can have a little fun in this car without going in jail. I haven't posted on Instagram in a while, and I used to use it as like a media for seeds. I probably should post stuff on there. I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted those Dracaena Draco subspecies Cabo Verdeana. If you look at the regular dragon tree, Dracaena Draco, it's a pretty cool plant. I grew them from seed in 06, 07, sold them to people. But this one is pretty special. It's like a blue variation. It's a little bit of a dwarf, but I think I've sold out of them already. If I'm not, I'm pretty low. I'm going to keep the rest for myself. So. Oh yeah, Waze is pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't use it when I'm streaming, but I have Waze. I just never use it. I probably should. Really wish I could DoorDash in this car because it'd be a lot more fun. Do you know anyone? Which one? Which size needle, Zach? Six-footer. I mean, the problem is where most of the big needles grow are going to be like in North Florida, South Georgia areas. Needles are not often used for landscaping for a couple of reasons. One, they grow slow, so when they are of size, they're very expensive, and landscapers will choose other palms to put in their place. Two is they don't grow in sun very well. They kind of look like crap, so they can't be used in a lot of applications. So that's why needles aren't. Oh, come on, no, you should have just gone in that lane. Why did you do that? I want an open lane. Damn it. Now I'm stuck behind an idiot. Yeah, that's I mean, in really cold climates where you don't have a choice, that's where it's really, key. Yeah, definitely use the Latin name. If they don't know the Latin name, that makes me a little bit nervous. I feel like anyone that sells plants for a living, especially like the same ones over and over, should know the Latin names for everything. There's some exceptions, But like if you're gonna call and ask for a bottle palm, just ask for a bottle. No one's gonna call, hey, do you have any Hyophorbe legenicalis? Because that name's kind of long, and a lot of people just don't even know that's what it is, or triangle or spindle, like those common ones. But when it gets to certain, I mean, but when you're dealing with a palm that has multiple common names, like the king palm, the picket, people call them different things. The Bangalow palm, you just don't want to get it mixed up. Some people call, queen palm, different species of queens, different variations of queen. Yeah, the needle does look like a bush. It's one of the bushiest palms there is, in my opinion. Put a trachea in the ground. And that's in South Carolina. Oh, we were moving over. I'm tired of this. We need to get out of this. There's a lady next to me driving a Chrysler Sebring, and she looks so nervous. I'd be nervous too if I were driving that car. Go on, Mazda 6, I have faith in you. Oh man, you have failed. I just need to get ahead of one car and get away from this. And then get to the next red light so I can... Why is this happening to me? It's 8:30. Shouldn't be dealing with every red light in this town. And you have a new plant in the back. Here we go. It's really not that hard to go the speed limit. And then of course he sees I'm passing him and he speeds up. In the back of what? The back of your car or back of your yard? Is that a broken down vehicle? Okay. Yeah, you never know when it's going to roll around or if the crown shaft's going to move forward. I've definitely had some palm shifting nerves myself, especially when it's like a rare plant or if the crown's very fragile. One of the worst palms for that, even though it doesn't die from it, is Chamberonias. They've had these long spears, and if it runs up against something, it just like snaps in half. But then, out in the wind during a hurricane, it's perfectly fine. It can handle the wind, it just can't handle the force of getting slammed into the back of a seat or something. Best thing to do is to buy more plants and stack them all together. I wish I still had the pictures. They're somewhere of me stacking a 26-foot box truck in a 12-foot trailer with plants. Drove them all the way from... I didn't, but I hired someone to drive them from Venice to San Diego. Not passing any ag checkpoints. I had a certain route planned out. You accidentally reported my live stream? Oh yeah, they'll check your plants going through. There's an ag checkpoint coming out of the peninsula of Florida. There's one, let's see what we got going on There's one coming out of the state, although it's more important. They really don't check it going out. It's more coming back into Florida. Then there are ag checkpoints, but they don't make you pull over. They're just if you have it, if you're like in a semi for Louisiana and Texas, Arizona, and then California is the worst because you have to go through it. Like if you're on the interstate, it's a checkpoint, and they kind of make you declare what you have. Like they'll pull over cars and RVs and ask them if they have any like if you have like any fruit you bought at a store, they'll make you throw it away sometimes. It's not that hard to. I wouldn't worry about it. I I can tell you a story that I had a we had 4 trucks full of 26-foot box trucks full of cycads, and I was driving a minivan, kind of like leading the pack. And I'm not gonna name any names, but I told someone to not go to the ag checkpoint, and he goes to the ag checkpoint. I told him, I don't know how many times, but too many times to remember. And he's like, all right, well, I kind of want to go through because I don't want to get pulled over later. I'm like, do not do it. And he goes ahead and he does it. It's so easy to bypass, and it's not a commercial load, and he already has the paperwork for it. So he goes to the checkpoint. They ask him a bunch of questions. The only thing they care about is citrus coming into Florida, really. But the guy knew what the plants were. Come on, what are these people doing? Why would you do that? Sorry, guys, I wasn't expecting having to deal with so much boxing in here. Oh, the police. It looks like it's out in front of. Is that Paddy Wagon? Pool? Hive? I've never heard of that place. It looks sketchy, though. Hopefully all the police are busy doing that. Sorry, guys. Once I get out of this Port Charlotte situation. This car handles like a go-kart. Okay. Yeah, Port Charlotte's just one big strip of 41. I mean, it goes way out, but I feel bad there's a salesman that tried to help me buy a Nissan Frontier here when I was looking at, actually when I had the Santa Fe. I don't know if you guys remember those days, seeing videos of that and stuff, but I was trying to get a truck and just wasn't getting the right price for it, and or the price that I wanted. He tried hard, but yeah, you can bring them to Florida. They're not gonna, they're not gonna stop you. This is the ag. I mean, if you're driving you're driving a box truck, is a rental truck. They're just going. They're not even gonna bother you with you. My friend was so afraid of getting pulled over after the fact, saying he hadn't gone to the ag checkpoint, but it's like, I want to lose my CDL. I'm like, you don't even have a CDL. Sometimes you got to do some sketchy stuff to get plants places fast. I've never driven through an ag checkpoint. I've driven through a border patrol checkpoint twice. And I was driving a truck. This is near Corpus Christi, and I rolled the window down. The guy just opens the door, which is actually, I'm pretty sure that's illegal at a border checkpoint to just open the door. And he's like, and I see a German Shepherd sniffing, and he's like, "Where were you born?" I was like, "New York City," and he kind of had an accent. And I wanted to ask him, like, "Dude, where were you born?" This is a better question to ask. Oh, this guy wants to play. Come on, buddy. I think that's an old 350, so I can definitely take that car. Whether I want to do that on the streets of Punta Gorda is another question. The U.S. border is different. If you just have a few plants, they're not going to care. I don't see why they would care. They're more concerned about, things that are going to hurt people. Yeah, buddy. He's needs to get his rigs. Needs checked, but let's see if I can't get side by side with him. Oh no! Don't go off. Don't turn left here. Give me some room, buddy. It sounds like this car is not stock, so. I think stock that car has like 293 horsepower. It's also lighter than this car, but yeah. Hawaii. I've had so much stuff confiscated that came out of Hawaii. I don't even want to think about it. Some real rare stuff too. Yeah, the Palm Father goes to jail for reckless driving. I think that guy's turning off anyway. Sucks, it would have been a good match. Of all cars I have, a Toyota Prius is tailgating. Anyway, Jason the Z. Yeah, I'm not gonna say how fast I was going, but I got up there. Those cars are fun to ride. I would get one, but it's just the problem is it's 2 seats and there's 3 people in our house, so it's really not a car I can use to drive unless I was just for myself. And it's not a cheap car to get just for yourself. Like I wish it had like somewhat of a back seat, like a Dodge Challenger. But then again, like the 350Z, it's a perfect drift car. You can get it in manual, so you can have more control. So the reason the Prius was the one that was tailgating, but the reason I got rid of the Ridgeline, I hadn't been using it. The last time I used it for its actual purpose, which is like to take plants that I couldn't take in a sedan or tow something, was I actually used it once to tow my mom's car, but that was almost a year ago. But the actual purpose for like my plants was October of 18. Wow, this guy really is Prius, man. He's got somewhere to be. Come on, man. Well, let's just hope that there's no police anywhere within a mile radius, because I will definitely get pulled over for that. I'm just going to claim I was tired of the Prius tailgating me. So, yeah, so I ended up, the thing is the Ridgeline, I was financing that. It was a pretty pricey vehicle, and I just wanted a car that got better gas mileage. It was kind of like, and I was made an offer on this car as a lease, and I was a little bit upside down on it, on the Ridgeline. They actually ate up all my negative equity. I don't know how much you guys know about car financing, but like I owed more than what the car was technically worth as a trade-in, and they wanted a car sale so bad they're willing to eat it all up and basically give this to me at cost. So they actually added $1,500 of their own money to the deal to get a unit sold, because they get a better bonus when they have more units sold. It must be a pretty big bonus, because it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but yeah, Sables will grow there. I visited a garden. I didn't do a vlog, but I should have. There was a viewer. I haven't seen him lately, but when I left for Irma to go to South Carolina to Greenville, there's a guy at a nice house in downtown Greenville, and he had Butias, Sables, Drakeys, and they were all doing pretty well. He even had some like Camadarias. Yeah, there's a row of there's a row of palmettos along Atlantic Avenue in Virginia Beach. At least there were the last time I was there. That was almost 20 years ago. So. At least we can go a little bit faster here. I've seen any sables. Well, they're native to like coastal South Carolina. But yeah, I've seen, especially the furthest north I've seen a palmetto in habitat has been Georgetown, South Carolina. Now I know they're native to Bald Head Island, North Carolina, but I've never been there. Yeah, and they're not native to like anywhere west of 95. Like even if you go to you'll see them growing in like Florence, but they're planted. You have to really go along the coast there. They're really just a coastal plant. They're around. I mean, a lot of development has kind of taken that up. Like, they're native to Charleston. Washington will outgrow just about anything. Oh, got a kink in my neck. What's the speed limit here? You get warning. Oh, the follow me. Okay. Yeah, man. I sure hope so. Why is the thing flashing? It's like, please buy our diesel. Yeah, I'm probably headed to Pollo. I don't see what else I get. I don't, the Wawa sandwiches just aren't as. Oh, it's one of those fake cops. Compare like for one of those Wawa sandwiches, like $67 for like $8.50. I get like a half a chicken with 2 sides. That's like probably a lot healthier. Palmetto's yours is producing flowers, James? Yeah, the Charlotte sheriff will put not fake cops, so they put ghost cops. Like they'll put a cop car in the median, and anyone that lives around there knows that there's no one in there. Okay. Yeah, because one thing I was concerned about if your palm was not getting better was plants will flower before they die if they know that they're in bad shape. Yeah, it makes someone put on their brakes, or at least think about that. So that store right there is really weird. It has you can buy adult videos and stuff like there too, but it actually has some booths in the back, like in a peep show. And if you go on the Google reviews, I just was curious about it because like I would pull over there sometimes to smoke a cigarette or just use the bathroom because it was well lit or kind of well lit. The Flamingo Motel. There's a lot of people staying in these sketchy motels. And they're like all these 5-star reviews like, oh, I brought my wife here and she loved it. I'm like, who would want to sit in a booth like that, watch porn with their wife, where they're like, hundreds of people have like gone and done their business. I'm like, that's really classy. Yeah, let's try this radar cruise control. Radar cruise active. Oh no, we need it to be. Don't do that. Press something. Hold on a second. Eco indicator. Where is it? Oh, here we go. No, don't turn it off. Sorry, guys. I'm still learning here. I forgot how to adjust the. That's funny as that. Old man police trick. Yeah, I mean the thing is, you'd think they'd want to pull people over and give them tickets. So my trip has been 46 minutes. I'm averaging 32 miles to the gallon. My average speed is 44 miles an hour, which is not bad. This car only is advertised at getting 22 in the city and 31 on the highway. So, but I'm doing kind of the ideal speed, like 60 to 70 miles an hour. I just don't know why someone with like their name attached to a YouTube profile would be like, yeah, I watched porn with my wife in this adult video booth. It's like you can't watch it at home. It's just a weird thing to do, especially in this day and age. I mean, really, you can't find it elsewhere. I don't even know how many gallons it has, but I'm guessing it probably has somewhere around like 300 or 400 gallon tank. Those are Washingtonia Robustas, Civic guy. I remember you told me your name. I think you did, but I can't remember. So if he's paying like $2.50 a gallon for like commercial diesel, it's like $700, $750. Back in the day, they didn't have like the special things to keep the gas fumes in when you're pumping gas. My dad, we had a Suburban, and oh man, this fucking trash pile stinks. There's a trash dump right next to me, and it smells so bad. I can't imagine building, like, there are houses around here too. Living next to that, it's just, oh man, it just smells like raw sewage. So yeah, when I would get a chance, I would like go over to the gas pump and like sniff the fumes, and I remember getting really dizzy and having to lay in the back seat for a while. Matthew, sure thing. It's just easier than saying Civic Lexus kind of guy. You know what I mean? Or I mean, you can give a. I guess I'm not as. I'm more old school. I don't get concerned about like, especially on this channel, people coming to my house and stalking me. Because I'm pretty sure they would find out the hard way that was a bad idea. I'm not going to discuss why that would be a bad idea, but maybe you guys But if someone is younger and lives in an area prone to things like that, then yeah, dog farts. Oh yeah, Alistair's dog farts. Now we are back. And this is where Ashley had her senior prom. Oh, we take a left here. Aaron's Glen. We've come into North Fort Myers, like the very edge of it. I know you could show up. I mean, people that I know, if they want to show up in my front door, that's fine. It's like if I don't, people get on here and say weird stuff, and then they come to my yard, they're coming to my front door, like. I thought, whoa, what the F just happened? My steering wheel just went crazy. I guess it was trying to save me, but it was like, no, you're not going in there, median. I wasn't even that close to it, but I guess it's a good thing. But I feel like the car took over, like I had no control whatsoever. No one's ever stopped me before. Although I can tell you a story. Back in 2012, I was with I had another girlfriend. And before we met, she met a guy on a dating site. And he was kind of weird, and he was really clingy, and he wanted her to go on a cruise with him and go up to New Hampshire, when they had first met. And I was like, all right, this is a little bit weird. And so he would still text her. I mean, she wasn't interested at all, and he was just acting weird. But anyway, he would still I remember one night I said, listen, what kind of car? Because she lived in the middle of nowhere, so it was easy to tell if a car was approaching from a long way away. So she'd been getting creepy texts from her. I'm not going to say what they said, but they were just wrong. And she lived on a farm, so I saw a car kind of approaching, and he had a red Corolla. I was like, woke her up. I'm like, is that his car? She's like, yes. So I grabbed something, I'm not going to say, and I ran out there in the middle of the night, and the car immediately backed up and drove off. It drove off into a dead end, which I didn't realize it had done. And I could have gotten in my car, but I have no reason to approach him, and I'd be considered the aggressor, and that wouldn't go over well. I ended up going to jail for that. But a week later, he decided to come back, and I tried to call her, and she texted me, she's like, I'll call you back if I don't go to jail first. And I was like, what does that mean? So I drove down there, and I found out that he had come to the house, had approached her like a kind of a creepy, not like a violent way, but a creepy way, oh, come on, baby, let's do this. And he kind of backed, and she ended up hitting him in the neck, breaking his collarbone and making his shoulder bleed with a big crowbar. And she got put in handcuffs until they figured out what had happened. Because she called the police, was like, listen, this guy came to my house and backed me into a corner. Luckily, she knew a good lawyer that actually showed up and was like, take the cuffs off her, she's not going anywhere, it's self-defense. So he ended up getting charged with something, and then he had a no contact order. But classic Florida stuff. But it was she was classy, and the guy wasn't white trash or anything. He just had something wrong with him. Well, that's definitely a dead date. All right, I haven't gone to the Pollo drive-thru lately because in the Avalon the windows don't roll down, so I have to go inside. pretty fast too. Surprised no one's called in yet, like Ashley or. Anyway, sorry guys. I love not having to turn the brights on and off. This thing is like that auto high beam thing. I actually need to do a 3,000 subscriber thing where I do some sort of giveaway. I don't know if I can give away 3,000 seeds, but do something. Maybe I can give away 3,000 seeds. Wow, I'm getting even better gas mileage. It's pretty amazing. Oh yeah, they're gonna keep on building until like they legally can't do it. They're just gonna, and the worst part is during like let's say we have a recession, let's just say that, for example, China and the coronavirus, causes like a worldwide recession, which it could likely do, and likely already has kind of started. I'm not saying it's happening, I'm saying it could happen. The first thing people do is they stop buying houses because houses are become less affordable, and so they're getting laid off, whatever jobs they had that were supported by the manufacturing sector in South Asia or East Asia. And you get all these construction jobs. There are people they're like, I worked at a pawn shop in 2010, and people were just pawning every single tool they have. And we had like 25 chainsaws, and every single tool you could ever want was in that pawn shop. I could have gotten like a full garage full of tools for like $500. So what happens is these guys, they go around looking for jobs and they'll do other things, but they're like, well, I can't find any work in my area. I'm like, dude, you may not. No one is building anything. Like for one quarter in Northport in 2009, only one building permit was issued, meaning like only one person wanted to build a new house in Northport during that quarter. That's how bad the market was. Northport was a booming city in 2006. And it's booming right now, and I don't know how. I mean, the market's kind of cooled off a little bit. It's not like going down. Well, I mean, it might be still going down slightly, but you want to buy a house like around here, your average house price, you're looking at like about around 200K. You go further south and to like where there's more room and stuff, you're looking at more like 230. And if you want something on the water, that's going to start at 300, 350. But anyway. Yeah, and the whole coastline of Florida from, Pinellas County south to Collier County, that's buildable, has been built on. And on the East Coast, pretty much the whole coast has been built on. There are a few areas that are kind of protected, but not much. Sweet, got an open lane. Here we go. Vroom, vroom. Let's do it. Buddy. Knowing when the light is going to turn green is so key when driving in these straight lines in Florida. Keeps your momentum. I'm up to 33 miles per gallon now. Yeah, I didn't want them to build back in 2004. What's this? Car with no lights. Oh, it's a cop car. Okay. It's kind of dangerous to drive. I just think that cops should be legally required to have lights on if they're going to, especially be in traffic. It seems like a bad idea. I mean, if someone were to take a left, didn't see the, it's a black car, Shaving brush palms do grow in Florida. You're talking about the bottle brush tree? Oh no, not those. I know what you're talking about. Those don't grow here. The Hediacepi canterburyana. Oh come on, no, I'm not gonna make that. There's definitely gonna be a cop at this intersection, so we're not doing that. Really, the only, I mean, Howias will grow here. The Kentia and like Howia Belmoriana will grow all right, and Forsteriana will grow in the shade. But the other palms, Lepidorhacus moriana and Hediacepi canterburyana, don't grow here at all. I've tried to grow them. I've got them to like 3 gallons and they just damp off. Oh, my neck. Yeah, it's definitely too hot for them. I don't get the boiled yucca anymore. Too many carbs. I get corn, like just kernel corn or mac and cheese. That's when I get mac and cheese with a half. I'm gonna get the half chicken. Yeah, it is pretty full. Considering the other 2 states are Texas and California, like the second and third largest states in the nation. I think Florida's like 16th in size, so. People are always going to move to Florida, whether they're going to be, whether it's going to be a good thing. I mean, whether it's going to be like, an educated population or a bunch of idiots. It's more likely going to be a bunch of idiots. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah. I will, Zach. When I get into the drive-thru at Pollo, I'm gonna check it out. All right. Why is that rolling around here? This guy's just gonna sit here with his brights on. Who does that? Just park there. I bet there's no one here. Alright. Well, there's one person here. Yes. Can I get the half chicken platter with black beans and white rice and mac and cheese, please?
Half chicken, white rice, black beans, and mac and cheese, you said?
Yeah, half chicken with black beans and white rice and mac and cheese as the 2 sides.
Okay. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right, it'll be 862 at the window, sir.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey,
862, bud.
All right.
That's a nice car. That's a nice car. Is it a Corolla?
Thanks. It's actually a Camry. It's the TRD version, so it's just lowered a little bit.
It's pretty nice.
Like
those little skirts.
Yeah, that it actually handles really well, like high speed and stuff when you're going like 100 or so.
I can tell. Yeah.
It doesn't shudder at all or anything. So, but thanks. Can I get 3 garlic cilantro sauces with that? Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you. Oh. Damn, that was fast.
There you go. There you go. Have a good night, man.
All right, thanks. You too, man.
Thank you.
All right. Maybe the guy was just checking his food, which I don't blame him for. Come on. Like when this place actually opened, I want to say in 2000 and make sure this is like keeping it like. I want to say this place opened in 2006. Oh, see you later, Bob. I'm sorry. I had to focus on that whole acquiring food situation. Give me a sec as I get my card back. That was so fast. It was like much fast. Everything has been. I mean, I'm not complaining. And now this car gets upset if anybody does not have their seatbelt on. So if you have any weight in the back, like if you put like a heavy suitcase in the back, you gotta like put the belt in for that seat. Yeah, that was a Pueblo record, and that, I know that guy. I hope the food is right, but I didn't check it. I probably should have, but it wasn't that busy. It's usually when it's yeah. Freaks. That's a bike. It gets so upset. My Avalon doesn't judge me. Okay, let me see here. Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to read here through the Minecrafts. 904. You might have to read my last two comments. I'm looking. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's got to be expensive. I think it's just because people are on vacation today and had to work tomorrow. It's like kind of like the equivalent of Sunday night. So that gas station, I guess, shut down. Even though this is like a key. This is right at Del Prado and Pine Island. You would think. I always know that place is having the ratty spindles. You might have to send him comment again because I can't scroll all the way back, unfortunately. You understand? I have a small screen that I can only see about 3 comments at once. So if it's like 25 comments back, I just gotta hope while scrolling and looking at it, not at the road, that I find it. Which coconut? The one you got from Corey? Yeah, I would say that windmills, I don't know how well windmills do indoors, but I'm going to guess they don't do well. Because even though they like, they don't like a lot of heat, they don't like it very dry either. So that's the problem, is dry weather attracts insects. And it also doesn't allow palms to really take in, or it doesn't know that they take in moisture from the leaves, but they can desiccate them. Spider mites really the one reason I don't like putting palms indoors. I have not put a palm indoors as like a decorative plant in 15 years because they were outdoors so well here. Of course. At least there's no light that I'm missing. So I drove this car 106 miles so far since I left the house. I guess I don't know. I have never played Minecraft. I'm kind of curious, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't know how to play. Like, do you just like interact with other people while you're like building things? I just don't understand the end game, I guess, is the question. I watch other people play it. Maybe I'm just getting too old to understand. It really sucks when I have it drop a gear. It doesn't really get a lot of torque after 4,500. I'm actually about 3-4 minutes away from the house, so we're gonna get over here, like 2 lanes over. I'm in Cape Coral now. We're at Santa Barbara and Mid Cape Terrace. I've done a vlog at that place there. I think it was on Beachia's. There's a bunch of Royals planted there. It's gonna take it easy. My MPGs went down to 31.7. Yeah, that's what I know about it. I thought there might have been like some sort of like. To me, it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff. Like I've looked at like YouTube videos of people like doing weird things on Minecraft, especially with like the. Do you know Dwayne? Like the Sonic the Hedgehog's like little cousin that I forget what it was, Porcupine or something. I just think I need some guidance when it comes to like a video game. 4 years, wow. You should post that somewhere, man. That sounds very impressive. Oh no. That really sucks. I think 2 things would happen in Minecraft. Either I would play it and I'd be like, I don't really like it, or I would play it and then I would never stop because there's no way to like finish it. Okay, you made Banana a palm mod like for my channel? I would definitely move to Tampa over Fort Myers. I'm sorry, Tampa over Orlando, because Orlando has one of the worst traffic situations in the world because of the theme parks. It's so unpredictable. Not only is it bad, but it's like at least most other traffic, like LA, New York, Chicago, Miami, it's predictable traffic. You know, you have your rush hours and special events, but Disney is like an unknown variable, as is Universal. And there's more. I find that there's more sketchy areas in Orlando. I just find that it's kind of this sore in the middle of the state. I'm not saying that people from there are anything bad. Just I wouldn't want to live there. The traffic is like in Tampa. Traffic actually is not as bad, even though there's like twice as many people in the area. Tampa, you can be near the coast and you don't have to worry about as many theme parks. I think that you have generally less transient people in Orlando, so in Tampa, yeah. Did I say that? Then Orlando. So yeah, I-4 is a terrible situation because it's going straight through Orlando. It goes right past Disney. Obviously it needs to be there, but they've built like 4 or 5. I mean, if you're gonna find a place that's building what's it called, building more interstates in Florida, it's gonna be like possibly Miami and Orlando. There's not gonna be any more. I mean, there might be more interstates in the near future for like this area, but we definitely could use something else here. 75 actually isn't blocked out. The problem is that the main, like 41, is always backed up. I remember people would tell me back in like the 80s, even like, 41 was a 2-lane road going, from the route that I just took. I'm just going around the block to finish up messages here. Let me I don't want to keep going around the block, but yeah, Fort Myers is called the City of Palms. It's kind of its nickname. It just has Royals lining Palm Beach Boulevard. It's pretty cool. You know, there's all along the best roads to go are Palm Beach Boulevard, McGregor. Yeah, I mean those are some of the best, like Gladiolus, and then you go to Fort Myers Beach. And the problem with Fort Myers is it's kind of low lying, and as a result, it creates like I had to drive to a friend's house once. There's a lawyer down in the area, and like his whole neighborhood was under like 6 inches of water, and you know that was like a yearly thing. I'm like, you know, why would you want to live in a neighborhood where like the road floods every year? So I've only seen this road flood twice in 4 years. So sorry guys. Yeah, McGregor is one of the best roads to drive down if you're a plant person in general. That whole area around McGregor too, the behind Edison Ford, is very like old school plant minded, like old school Florida look to. You know, it's beautiful. It's one of those. I think it's one of the palmiest areas in all of Florida. You got really old Lutessens, old everything. And the people at Edison Ford, if you tell them you're in the Palms and stuff, like, you know, you can meet the whole group and they'll talk to you. And I used to do some work for them, and they, you know, they're always like, yeah, come on down as long as they're around. Where some places will, you know, they're kind of like reserved and weird. So. Are you talking about here, Dylan? Or sorry, I was just. Okay. You're home. Yeah, I didn't even notice that until you mentioned that, which is a good thing. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm back home and I've got hot food, so. Oh, I'm going to get going. It is that time, guys. Sorry to let you guys go. That was an hour and 15 minutes, including going to Pollo. It's doing all right. I'll definitely do a video on. I think there's a video. I have a video, a couple of videos ago. You can kind of see, and you'll see it. I would do more videoing. I am effing starving. All right, guys. Yeah, man. Same here. Can't wait to see you guys, or see you, Dylan. I mean, and everybody else. Why'd I put it on the seat? All right, I'll see you guys later.